now. We have discussed a real-world scenario. Let's pick up where we left off. Remember Jim? And remember that we talked about the act of sabotage? The lurking question that is usually asked is, well, what is Jim to do? The premise is that due to Jim's personality and nature, he may resort to this behavior naturally. And because of that lack of knowledge, seeing John's progress happen so quickly while he feels he has been faithful to the company all this time, creates animosity, because he simply did not know. Even worse is the fact that others in the workspace who have known Jim and respected his work, will shift their attention and praise to John for being the natural-born winner, which will raise the disgruntled image of Jim even further. Now let's focus on John for a moment. In all this, we have not yet even considered that he may have a flaw. Can you guess what it is? John is unaware of his environment, and the impact he has on all his co-workers. From here, if John were to be aware of Jim's feelings, he could use that same charisma on him to actually help Jim also succeed. If he planted an inspirational seed, say by telling him his personal story, to help Jim, then Jim and John would become allies, working toward the same goal. This entirely eliminates the fear aspect. Jim would no longer feel unappreciated and angry, and John would not fear reprisal or sabotage. Jim's seniority at work would make him feel responsible to protect his new loyalty, and John would feel protected because of his connection with a respected member of the team. If our world today could see that fear is truly the most erroneous path in life and instead begin creating effective dialogue to address it, then we would live much more peaceful lives. We would actually feel safe and secure in our human relationships, whether that be in person or digital. Effective communication does not have to be limited by any presumption of the current social fad or reprisals resulting from not adhering to that status quo. This is why I have previously said that true anarchy is resolute in truth. Facing your fears head-on and with meaningful and effective dialogue is the only way to denature the fear itself, and by it being made to be in the open, it voids it of any emotional fuel, like what-ifs. Most gurus will tell you to face your fear, but somehow fail to say, how? So here I have given you a formidable tool to actually do so. Talk about it. Meaningful and effective dialogue is the only way to face one's fears. Whether you are a president, queen, king, privateer, or the school's custodian, you have the universal right to that dialogue, and you have the universal right to be heard. You must know this, because only by quelling our fear can we live peaceful lives, without presumption. Fear is inevitable, but it is conquerable by making the source of your fear known, discussing facts, creating a resolution, and moving forward, in an atmosphere of peace and harmony.